So I'm Victor Grasso. I live in North Reading.
And Janet Grasso.
We own a property down in Marshfield, Mass, basically Brant Rock. It's on the ocean. The person that used to own it wasn't there. The pipes froze. It became a mess of a house. So we started off with looking at multiple modular home companies. And one of the modular home companies introduced us to Buzz at BuildX. And then talking with Buzz and with his help, we really decided that we'd rather have a stick-built house. So the modular homes, there was one iteration of the plans where all of a sudden the ceilings went from 8 feet to 9 feet, and then there was carpet throughout the house. And we wanted 8-foot ceilings and hardwood through the whole house. So how did it jump? There was a big gap in detail.
The iterations don't really go into the modular home type building.
It's like their software programs hit reset.
I think if you pay the money up front, then they would give you what you want, but we want to know that we're going to get what we want before we pay the money.
Buzz actually seemed to take over the conversations. He worked with us for design and was much more personable and reasonable and gave us advice. Oh, you don't want these type of windows, you want this type. We're on the ocean. We wanted all the advice we could get because he helped with the design of one of the porches overlooking the ocean instead of having lattice work.
We had to go up 4 feet, and then we don't have to be on pillars, so we have to have the flaps so the water can go through. Since we have to be up 4 feet, we decided to go up 8 feet to put the cars underneath. When we started working with this other modular person, they weren't paying attention to detail, and we kept going through the same iteration saying, no, this is what we want, and they fell through the cracks. And when we showed Buzz what we wanted, he goes, I can build this for you guys.
The challenges really were the modular home companies. They weren't being responsive. He actually sat down with us with multiple Zoom calls and worked on the design of the house. And he could make the edits on the fly. One interesting recommendation was he told us right up front he was not going to start building in November because he didn't want to be on the beach with his workers working in the wind and the bad weather. And I appreciated that. That was an honest fact.
He sat down with us, multiple Zoom calls, going over the floor plan, saying this is what it would look like if you have it like that, and visualizing what we wanted.
Review your options, but look for honesty and look for people paying attention to detail.
If you had to describe BuildX in 3 words, what would they be?
So I already thought about this. So it's great so far. I want to do a testimonial after the build. We'll see how it goes.
Beautiful.